but I am using two different data types to store this data. Okay, if you store, if you use char data type, what will happen? If you use varchar data type, what will happen? We will see. So here, char of 10 means it will store only 10 bytes. Okay, so what is the length of A MySQL? What is the length of MySQL word? 5. Okay, data type size char of 10. Okay, so if you use char means it will allocate 10 bytes to store MySQL word. Okay, to store this word, if you use char data type, it allocates 10 bytes. If you use varchar, it allocates only 5 bytes. Why? Because if we are using varchar. Okay. Did you understand what is the difference between char and varchar? So it will allocate 10 bytes. Why? Because you have declared char data type with size of 10. Okay. So if you use varchar, though you are using size is 10, but it will not take total 10. Depends upon the string. Suppose it is having 5, length is 5, so it will allocate 5 bytes. Okay, it will not allocate another 5. Okay, it will not used. So that's why, so while designing the database, we will use varchar only. We will not use char. Okay, so that is the difference between char and varchar.
Sir, if we give more than 10, if the string is more than 10 characters, does it allow?
No, it will not allow. You will get overflow error.
Okay, sir.
Okay. And while creating the table, so we will use one by one data type. Okay. So mainly MySQL contains 4 sublanguages: data definition language, data manipulation language, data query language, transaction control language. Okay. In data definition language, we will have commands like create the table, alter the table, drop the table, truncate the table. In data manipulation language, we can insert the data into table and we can update the data and we can delete the data from the table. Okay. And data query language, we can fetch the data from table by using the select command. Transaction control language, commit rollback. So these are the commands. So we will discuss about transaction control language commands after the procedures discussion. Okay. Now first one is data definition language. That means create, alter, drop, truncate. So first of all, how to create table? Create table. This is the syntax: create table, sample, so what are the data types are there? Column, integer. For understanding purpose, I'm creating the column names as per the data types. So semicolon is mandatory. No database is selected. So I didn't select any database. Okay. So for this, I'm going to create a database D4 and see this, no database selected. So after creating the database, you need to select that database. So for selecting the database, command is use D4. Now you can execute it. Okay. So here this is the refresh. This one table is created. Sample. See this. Second one. Go to the second one and click on this middle one. You can see the whatever you have created the column names with data types. Okay. If you want to change the column names and data types also, you can change here also. Okay. And if you click on this, you can get the select query. Okay, so that is the create table. Alter table. Okay, so create table command is, this is create table command. Alter table means we can add a column in the table. We can add multiple columns in the table. We can modify the columns in a table. We can drop the column in a table. We can rename the column and we can rename the table also. Okay. So first one is add a column. Add a column, add multiple columns. We can write the query for this. So alter table name is sample and add one column, add care of 100 after it. Add column, add one care of 100 see this one is execution button. See this, two columns are added. Okay, so we can add single column, we can add multiple columns also. So if you want to drop the column, we can also drop the column. And so if you want to add single column, if you select this, so if you execute this, then you can get the single column. So if you want to add multiple columns, you can add the multiple columns by using this command. So how to modify the column? See this here. I am going to modify the data type of this column. Okay. So earlier it was having data type is varchar 100. Okay. So I am going to modify this data type. See this column underscore add data type is date. So this is the command. Okay. Next, drop the column. Drop column. See why it is showing red mark means every command should have semicolon. That's why it is showing red mark. So see this. So I have dropped that column. That's why I didn't have column underscore add. So this is the command for dropping the column. Next one is rename the column. So how to rename the column? So it has been dropped. So that's why alter table sample, change column. I'm considering this column call underscore add one, add two. We have error. We have error. It's syntax near L. Okay. Varchar of 20. Now see COL underscore add 2. So this is the syntax for changing the column name. And rename the table. Alter table sample rename to sample 1. Now see this sample does not exist. So if you put sample 1, you will have the records. Okay, so these are the commands for this concepts: adding a column, multiple columns, modifying, drop, rename column, rename table. Okay, so we can do in design also, that will be useful for easy for developers. So how to do that? So go to this sample table and go to this second thing. Okay, okay, sample does not exist. Refresh it, go to the second symbol and press middle one. So here you can change the column name and you can change the data type whatever you want also. Okay, so I am changing the column name here, appending 1 to this column. Click on apply button. See this. So this workbench tool automatically generate the script whatever I have written earlier. So that script was generated automatically. Okay, so that is the beauty of this MySQL workbench. See this, it was automatically generated. Apply and see this, column underscore int 1. So data column name automatically changed. Suppose if you want to uh, change the data type, suppose I am going to change the data type size and click on apply, you will have that data type change query. Okay, apply button, finish. So automatically data type size is changed. If you want to change the data type, it will also happen like this. Okay, but here earlier COL underscore add to was having varchar. Suppose you are having records at that time, this column will have alphanumeric, but you want to change the varchar into integer, it was not possible. Why? Because this column are already having alphabets. Okay, at that time it doesn't allow to change into integer. Okay, so that is the important one. Suppose you want to delete, click on here, right click, delete selected. See here, dropping the column query will be there. Apply button. Now this column was deleted. Okay, so you can write the queries for achieving these functionalities, or you can do in design itself. Okay, so till here anybody having doubts?
No, it's fine.
Okay, and show tables. So show tables. So this query, this command will display the list of tables. For example, I'm having, let me execute this query. So now I will have two tables. One is sample, another one is sample one. Okay. So execute this query. Sample and sample one. Okay. And like, so I want to display the table name which is having 1. So I want to display the table name which is having 1. So at that time you need to write the query like this. Okay. And rename table I have already explained, and describe table. Describe table means describe table sample. See this. So describe table will display the column names along with data types. Okay. So this is about describe table. And next one is temporary table. So temporary table I will explain in procedure concepts. Why? Because temporary table means it is used to store the result, temporary result in a table. Okay. So I will explain temporary table purpose while writing the code in procedure. And next one is copy table. Here, see this. I want to create the table which is having the same structure of sample. Okay, that means structure means here that new table will have same column names with same data types with same data type sizes also. So at that time I no need to write the entire query. Okay, so how to create the table with same structure of sample? So create table if not exist sample2. That means if sample2 table does not exist, then only this command will be executed. Okay, and here select start from sample. So select start from sample means you will get all the records from the sample table. Okay, so if you execute this and where condition 1 equal to 2. So 1 equal to 2 means it is not true. Okay, so that means if sample will have the records, then I am using this condition so that it will not return anything except column names. Okay, suppose if sample table contains the records, then it will display the all the records. Okay, if you execute this query, so 1 is not equal to 2 means, so it will not return any records, even though sample table will have the records also. Okay, so it will return only column names. See this, refresh, sample2 is there. This one is sample2. See this, so both are having same structure. Okay, so this is the query to create this new table with the same structure of existing table and truncate the table, drop the table. So drop the table means query, see, this time I will drop the table by using the tool. See this, drop table. So we can also drop the table like this also. So if we want to drop the table by using the query, then drop table. So what is the table name? Sample1. So sample1. So sample1 table has been dropped. So truncate the table means we can delete the entire records in a table by using the truncate table. Okay, this command we will discuss after inserting the data into the table. Okay, then only you can understand. So this is about data definition language commands. Now we will discuss about data manipulation language commands. So update, delete, truncate. So what is this structure columns? So how to insert the data into the table? So insert query is insert into table name sample. So what are the columns are there? So you need to write the column names here. So insert into table name in the brackets. So you have to write all the column names and write values. Here first column name is COL underscore int. So you need to give only integer values. I am going to give 10. Second column name data type is float. So I am going to give 10.12. Third column name is bit. So I have to give only 0 or 1. So I am going to give 0, or you can give false. False means 0, true means 1. So char. So char of 1 means AB. So but I need to give only 1 byte. So I have given 2 bytes. Okay, what type of error we will get, we will see. So call underscore varchar of 20. Set date only I have to give. Today's date is 11/01. Time only I need to give. So time format is hours 19 colon 55 colon. So hours, minutes, seconds. So date time means we can store date, both date and time. So, but you need to give space between date and time. Okay. But both should be in single quotes. See this data too long for column call underscore char. Okay. Somebody has asked this question earlier. Okay, if you give more number of bytes, then what type of error will get? So this type of data too long. Okay, so if you give only 1 byte, see this 1 row affected. So how to check? So this is not the table name. Sample. See this. Okay. So like that we can write any number of insert queries. So this is the insert query, but if you want to insert more number of records, then how to write the insert query? That means I want to insert multiple records by using a single insert query. Then put comma and copy this. You want to change the value, change this time true I am giving, this time B, time is 7. Like that you can put comma and then you can give like this 12 4. This time I am going to give false, C 8 8. And before going to execute this query, I am going to change this data type. What will happen? Okay, I will create another column. Okay, I will execute it. See this, 3 records are inserted into sample table at a time. Okay, so by using this query we can insert multiple records. So here this is called row or record. This one call underscore int means column name, or we can call it as field name. Okay, and one more thing I want to discuss. So here call, I am going to add another column name, date time 3, date time 3. Okay, so three. See this. What is this data type? Call underscore date time data type. Date time. Okay. What is this column data type? Date time of 3. Okay. See this. Date time of 3, date time. Okay. What is the difference between date time and date time of 3 means? If we use data type date time, we can store the timestamp up to seconds only. Okay, if you use date time of 3, we can store the date time up to milliseconds. Okay, so this is the difference between date time and date time of 3. Okay. So this is about insert query. Now we will see about update query. See this. So I want to update the record of column underscore integer 11. Okay, with the column underscore bit, it is having true, but I want to make it as false. So how to make it? So at that time we can write the query update sample update is a keyword, so that it is coming in blue color. So set. So which column is to be updated? So column name is column underscore bit equal to false. Okay, so if you execute this query, then immediately all records will have call underscore bit is false. Okay, see this. You are using safe update mode. So while doing update, you need to write SQL underscore safe updates equal to 0. See this, all records are having false. Okay, so if you write true, then see what will happen. All records are having column bit is true 1. Okay, but I don't want to like this. Okay, so I want to update the bit value of 11th value is 0. Then we need to use where condition. Okay, this is a class, not class. Okay, this is class. Okay. Where condition, you need to write call underscore int equal to 11. Call underscore int equal to 11 semicolon. So if you execute this query, then this record only will have, so what, sorry, false. This record only will have 0. Remaining records remain same. Okay, so we will see. So only one record affected, one row affected. See this, only this record affected. So if you execute this query without where condition, all records will be updated. Okay, be careful about while using update query and delete query also. Okay, so this is about update query. So while doing the updations, you need to use this syntax, otherwise it will not be executed. And delete query. Delete from sample where call underscore int equal to 11. Okay, if we execute this query, only this record will be deleted. Remaining records will be same. Okay, see this. One record affected. Go to this. That record has been deleted. If you put 10 in this where condition, then what will happen? Anybody? How many records are having 10?
3 records will be deleted.
So 3 records will be deleted. Okay, so that's why be careful about this delete and update conditions. Okay. Okay. So next, so I didn't discuss about this truncate statement. Okay. Truncate table sample. So if you use this delete command without where condition, you can also delete this entire records. If you use truncate command like truncate table and table name sample, then you can also delete all the records. But difference is, in delete command we can use where condition. Suppose if we want to delete specific record, we can delete by using delete command, but we can't use where condition in truncate command. Okay, so truncate table name means it will delete entire records in a table. Okay, that is the main difference. One more thing, we can generate the serial number. So here, while designing the table, so we can generate the automatic serial number. Okay, that is called auto identity property. I will discuss in later. Okay, suppose here how many records are there? 4 records are there. Okay, if you use delete command, then if you insert another record after deleting the entire records, if you insert another record, that serial number starts with 5. Okay, if you use truncate command to delete the records, after using the truncate command, if you insert one record, at that time serial number starts with 1. Okay, so this is another difference between delete and truncate. Okay, so again I will tell, suppose I want to delete entire records in a table. Here how many records are there? 4 records are there. Okay, I am going to use delete command for deleting entire records. Okay, so I will execute this query. So 4 records will be deleted. Deleting the 4 records, suppose if you insert one record, that record will have serial number is 5. Okay, so how to generate the auto serial number means I will tell you in later. Okay, if you use truncate command for deleting the entire records in a table, okay, if you run this query, then immediately all records will be deleted. After deleting the records by using the truncate command, if you insert one record into a table, then serial number starts with 1 only. Okay, this is another difference. Okay, this you can test it. All records will be deleted. You can insert column does not. Okay, see this value. See this error. Column count does not match value count. Here I have given COL underscore date time 3, but I didn't give the value for this column. That's why it is showing like that. The number of columns and the number of values are not matched. Okay. Three rows affected. See this truncate command. Oh, sorry. After inserting the records, we didn't see the records. See, 3 records are there, and I'm going to truncate the table. 0 rows affected. See this. No records are there. Okay. So this is about delete and truncate. So did you understand till now? Any doubts are there? So till now we have completed these 5 topics. Okay. So again, I am telling how to connect the MySQL in localhost. So I'm going to drop this connection. So click on this plus symbol. So we will have host name. So for localhost, this is the host name. Suppose if you want to connect the server, then you need to enter the server IP address. Okay. So port name, this is the standard port name, default port, and if you know the username of the server or username of the database, then you can give the database username also, and then you can give the password also. Okay, 2 3 4 5 6, and test it successfully. Suppose if you enter the wrong password, see this, what will happen? Okay, it is okay, it is automatically clear taking that password, I think. Okay, so if you enter the wrong password in store in vault, then it will not give like this successfully made. For localhost, it is taking default password. Okay, okay, at the time of taking. Okay, so anybody having doubts, you can ask me. Yeah.